All right, get where you can see the board. All right, let's review. We learned yesterday. I felt like we got a pretty good idea of it. Now let's make sure we remember exactly what we're doing. Okay, first of all, a function. The whole point of finding a function is because a function makes it easy to graph, correct? Like slope-intercept form, we know the slope, we know the intercept, we can graph it, yes? Because it's a function. That's the whole point of finding functions. Everything we deal with are functions, all right? They just to start, when we start doing functions, they want to make sure you can identify one. So if you look at a graph and know whether something's a function or not, we got to do what's called the vertical line test. So let's review from yesterday. Is this a function, JC? Yes, because it only crosses through the pencil how many times? Once at any point, okay? What's a better way to explain that, though? For every x, there's only one y. Okay, this one. Elia? Yes, it is. It almost starts to curve where it won't be, right? But does it completely curve yet? All right, so he's correct. Next one, everybody, yes or no? No, because no, because how many times does it cross the pencil? Twice. If you go up and down, it crosses twice, not a function. This one. This one. No, that's the tricky one. The only one that's a perfectly straight line that is not a function is one that's doing this, right? Because doesn't it, if I drew a line, wouldn't it cross through a whole bunch of different points? That one confuses me. Hopefully it doesn't confuse you, but just for me, I just remember, okay, straight up and down, not a function. This one? Huh? Definitely not. This one? Definitely not. This one? This one? Yep. This one? This one? This one? Almost, but right here, does it start to curl back on top of itself? Right there. Look, I can go through 2 points. No bueno, no bueno, no bueno. All right. Now, there's one other thing we need to talk about. You're going to be asked today. They're going to say, well, okay, if it's a function, is it one-to-one? All that means is, okay, well, first of all, it's not a function if the x's repeat, right? If you have two x's and we know it's not a function, okay? If it's one-to-one, the y's don't repeat, okay? Isn't it okay sometimes, or isn't it okay for a function to repeat if there's two y's, the same number of y's? That's okay. We talked about it yesterday. But for it to be one-to-one, there's exactly one x for every y. There's neither x's nor y's repeating. Does that make sense? Okay. Well, when you're looking at that on a graph, for it to be one-to-one, it has to pass not only the vertical line, but also the horizontal line test. So this is obviously a function. We said it was. If I drew a line, horizontal line sideways, would it ever pass through a point twice?
Yes.
Right here, correct? If I drew it right here along this part, doesn't it pass through a bunch of points here?
Yes.
So would this function be one-to-one? No. Okay, it is a function, but it's not one-to-one. Okay? This one, it is a function, but if I go sideways, do I pass it more than once? So could I say that's one-to-one? Good. No. Not a function, so we don't care. It can't be one-to-one. It's not a function. Not a function. We don't care. Is a function. Is it one-to-one? Nope. Not a function. We don't care. Not a function. We don't care. Not a function. We don't care. Here's a function. Is it one-to-one also? Yes, because it can go sideways too. Okay? Straight lines are pretty cool because they're almost always functions. They're the only one that's not a function is which one? Up and down. What do you think the only one that's not one-to-one is? Going straight sideways. Yes. Is a function. Is it one-to-one though? Go sideways. I pass how many times? Nope. Not a function. We don't care. It is a function. What about if I go sideways? Is it 1 to 1? Yep. It's 1 to 1. Just passes through each point. One time. One time. It is 1 to 1. Not a function. We don't care. That makes sense? Okay. For it to be 1 to 1, it has to pass both line tests, vertical and horizontal. Yeah? All right. Let's practice the other part. Okay. X's can't repeat, right? If we don't have a graph, this is the other way to think about it. So would this sucker be a function? Let's start with Ava over there. Yes, because a 3 goes to a 2, 5 to 4, 7 to 9, 7 to 6, 8 to 9. Are any of these X's repeating? Definitely a function. Okay. What about here? Jace? They tricked you here. What do they got here? 9 going to a 1 and a 9 going to the where? 5. So would it be? See how they kind of mess with us there? They threw in the same number stinking twice. Okay. Can a 9 go to a 5 and a 9 go to a 1? Crap, no. Crap, no. So one more time, yes or no? No. What about this then, Addie? But 2 goes to 7 and 2 goes to 7. Isn't that okay? Isn't it the same number? Oh, can a 2 go to a 7 and a 2 go to a 6? Okay. What if they had all 3 of these 2s over here, but all of them were pointing to that 7? Is that okay? Because they're all going to the exact same number, right? Does that make sense? Okay. A 2 can't go to a 6 and a 7, though. So one more time, what's the answer there? No. Here? Yes. Does it matter that the Y's are repeating? Crap, no. This one? Definitely not. Can a 3 go to a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4? No, this X can only go to one of those stinking numbers. So what is that one? No. Listen. Looks pretty. Nothing's repeating over here. We like it. Different style. What about this one, Elia? Which one of these numbers is the X, the -1 or the 3? Are the X's repeating?
Oh, yeah.
A 0 and a 0. Can a 0 go to a 3 and a 0 go to a 5? No. So is that a function? No. Next one. Grace. It's good. Are any of the X's repeating? Money. Next one. JJ. Why? Yeah. Can you have a 0 and a -3 going to a 4? What if both of these were 0? Would that be okay? Yeah. -6 and -6. Yay or nay? What about this one? Yeah. What about this one? -3 goes to a 3 and a 4. Is that good? Crap, no. What about this one? It is good? But a 4, they get 4s repeat. But it goes to the same number. That's dirty right there. When they do that stuff to you, it's dirty, but it seems like we're kind of having a pretty good idea. Okay, if the number repeats, but it goes to the same Y, is that okay? Absolutely. Yay. Nay. Why is that nay? 10s repeat, but they go to the same number, so that's fine. The 8s go to a 1 and a -1. That's not fine. Yay or nay? Yay or nay? All right, now let's go back. And these yays, let's see if they were function or they were 1-to-1s. So 1-to-1s means the Y's can't do what? Y's can't repeat. Y's repeat here? So we'd be good. Not a function. We don't care. Do the Y's repeat here? So would this one be 1-to-1? No. Good. This was a function, but do the Y's repeat? Would not be good. This one was not a function. We don't care. This one was a function. Do the y's repeat? Not 1 to 1. This one was not a function. We don't care. This one was not a function. We don't care. This one was a function. Is it 1 to 1? H repeat. No bueno. This one was not a function. It makes sense. Do we understand what 1 to 1 is? All right, get out page 92. What problem did we stop at? We did 7. 8's the one with the graph. Yeah, we got to do 8. And then we're rolling on our own. Number ocho, bonito. Oh, there's 6 answers in number 8. When I'm done talking, JC, you need to let me remember to turn off this thing that's on you, this video. '92. Let's just start with the easy part on letter A. Function or not a function? Huh? Function, how do we know? It passes what? Based on what? Vertical line test. I draw a line straight through that every single time. It is a function because it passes the vertical line test. So one answer to number 1A or 8A is it is a function based on vert line test. Now it says, hey dudes, find the domain and the range. Okay? When it's an actual line, it's a little bit harder. We'll have some practice. It's not going to be too bad. You can ask questions if you do, but we've got to think a little bit. What do you want to find first, the domain or the range? Domain is what letter? The X. Okay, so let's see here. We got a little graph here. It looks like it starts here. And on that X, what is that X where it starts? 1, right? Starts at 1 on the X and goes all the way over here to what on the X axis? 3. So that line on the X is between 1 and 3. Would we agree? Okay, so once we found that, we say, okay, my small number is 1, my big number is 3. I put an X in the middle. And if you can't remember which way the signs go, where do you look? Notice, or you think, okay, X has to be smaller than 1, so you make the alligator eat the X. But 3 has to be bigger than the X, so you make the 3 eat that X. I don't know what I do, just so that you know to say that. I don't know what that means. All right, now what about the Y's? Let's start at the smallest Y. What's the smallest Y here on the X axis? Huh? 0, right? Starts at 0 and goes up to what? 4. So my smallest Y is 0, my biggest Y is 4. I put a Y in the middle, and you think my signs look any different? Boom. Whoa, 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 whoa. How many different answers are there in 8A? 3. Oh, we forgot something. Sorry. This is very important. I don't think I was very specific yesterday either. But when you find the domain, put D, colon, or domain, colon, okay? And write that list down. Okay? And then obviously the same thing for the range. Don't just put what we did. Okay? So I actually know. And did I talk anything about what those squiggly things I just did? Yes or no? Those are brackets. Okay? Fancy way to write it. I think I haven't do it. Maybe like that. I don't know. I can't draw it. But they're brackets. They're basically parentheses, a little bigger. Okay? Just make it squiggly, make it look as cool as mine, and you're cool, and you're good to go. Okay? That's the most precise, perfect way. Am I going to count it wrong if you don't put the brackets? Probably not to start off. We get in the habit of it. When you see it there, don't let it freak you out. Okay, that's just the way they write it. They make sure you put it in parentheses or in brackets. I don't know why they don't like parentheses, but they like brackets. Now let's do B. Let's tell me whether it's a function or not a function to start off. Definitely is a function based on what? Line test. Okay. Let's find the domain first. D. What's the smallest x on the x-axis that line consists of? I would completely agree with 0. Would anybody disagree with 0? What's the biggest x? Is there a dot at 6? Is there a dot to the right anywhere? What do you say, Abby? It goes on forever. So the biggest number is going to be not a number because it's infinity, yes? So there's infinite many numbers that way. So that means x can be anything bigger than 0. Well, you write x is bigger than 0. Range. What's the smallest y on that sucker? On that x-axis? I would agree it's 1. Would anybody disagree that it's 1? And how high does it go? Is it ever going to stop rising? Never, ever, ever. So the y's are all y's bigger than 1. Boom, final answer. Yeet, be done. All right, so you have those like 5 or 6 problems, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Make sure you answer every question that they ask, okay? And if you have a question, ask. When you're done with that, also your assignment today is Q2, 4, and 5. The exact same stuff. They'll literally take you 7 minutes a piece, if even that. I guarantee you can get each one of those done in 7 minutes. Less than 7 minutes. I bet some of you need 3 minutes. I bet you could do a problem in 1 second. If you forgot, turn it off. All right, let's see here. Why does it seem as though the video's not going?
It turned off in the middle of it.
Of me talking?
Yeah. We have to do this again.
We gotta start over. Stop sharing. So why does it say it's still recording?
Because it could have been screwed.
All right, so what if I did this?